Wow, welcome to our viewers watching all over the world. If you are watching on talkSPORT MMA, do not forget to subscribe. Joining me today for Leapfrog Fight Night 8, Bobby Casey and Kieran Shanahan, the best in the business. Good to see you boys.
How are you going?
How are you going? Good to be back on the LFN show. What a show to be on. 3 title fights and one massive, and emphasis on massive, main event, because that is one tall German.
6'4", no, 6'7", sorry, I'm 6'4",
Yeah.
6'7".
Charlie Sikwa's final farewell here in Cardiff against German giant, we're calling him, Robert Stoll. Kieran, I'll come to you first. Third chance for Charlie Sikwa to become a world champion tonight. A 3-time world champion in his hometown. What a moment it would be if he got this win.
It's amazing, and do you know what I mean? Like, Charlie's been around the scene for a long old time, 50-plus fights. You know, he's had some big fights against some big names inside the UK and outside of the UK. And I think he's really established his mark on UK Thai boxing, and he's really shown his dedication and the time that he's spent within the sport. So for him to win his 3rd world title now here in his hometown with his home crowd, and the thing is, he's got a game German here. You know, Stoll has come in, he respects Sikwa, he respects what he has, but he has also put a lot on himself. As far as I'm aware, I think he's put a bet on himself to knock out Sikwa out of his own purse. So, look, I mean, they only have the best to bring. I think, me personally, I think how the fight's going to go, I think Sikwa is going to show his experience. I haven't seen too much of Stoll, but I think he's going to come crazy and a bit trying to finish him, but Sikwa, he's seen that before. You know, he's fought lads that want to take his head off. He's been in there with some of the toughest competitors the UK has to offer, and the UK is probably one of the best in the world for Thai. So what we're going to see is hunger to take a king down, and we're going to see a king trying to defend his territory.
Bobby, we spoke about this a moment ago. Although they're the same size, 85 kg, do you feel like Stoll's going to come and spoil the party, the homecoming here tonight?
It's one of those where, I mean, Robert Stoll, WBC national champion in Germany, but as Kieran's saying, like, obviously the Muay Thai scene in the UK is a lot more further along, it's a lot more developed, and it is a different level. But on the flip side of that, Robert Stoll doesn't have anything to lose. He's coming in against a guy who, for the most part, people probably expect him to lose to, so he can go out there, and if he's able to get the win and he's able to cash in on that bet, that is a huge, huge stamp on a very young career, and that's just going to propel him forward. So as
26.
long as he's not too crazy about it, he's got every chance. But, I mean, experience is such a big factor.
He's 26 years of age. He's full of respect and confidence. And like you said, Bobby, he's got nothing to lose. Nothing. Charlie's he still has nothing to lose, but he's got his hometown, he's 3-time #1 in 3 weight divisions. So Stoll is coming, and to be honest, he can let anything fly tonight. You know?
I would agree with that, but also disagree, because Sikwa in some ways has everything to lose. I was speaking to him before tonight, a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying he wants to get the KO because it's in Cardiff. Putting that kind of pressure on yourself, rightfully so, knowing his fans haven't seen him for so long. He's been fighting for 15 years and he hasn't been here for so long. He has to win. It's probably the last time he's going to fight here in Cardiff tonight, obviously, to become a 3-time world champion as well. This is it tonight. If he wants to catapult himself into one of the biggest and obviously the best in the UK, which he is at the moment, continue on that path, he needs a win, I feel like, tonight.
No, most certainly. I think we're going to get a potential fight of the night fight. Whether it's a knockout, I think it's just definitely going to go down as one of the fight of the nights. We've got a couple that could be potential fight of the nights tonight, but I think that most certainly.
What do you make of Gary Lewis in the Caine event? Obviously a homecoming for him as well, but he's off the back of a defeat, and I know that was a tough one for him to take. Again, needs a win tonight, and his opponent's no joke. There's a bet in that fight too of £1,000.
Yeah, there was a big bet in that one. I saw that one pop up. It's one of those. I mean, the big storyline in that one is it going to be revenge or is it going to be repeat? Mark May obviously made fairly easy work in their first fight, but as Gary has said in his interviews, you know, he was hospitalized that week, suffering from a bad stomach bug, not able to really train properly. So today is his day to prove that that was a one-off. He needs to come in today and make a statement. He had a lot of forward momentum coming off that fight at LFN8. You know, he beat a really, really game opponent in Ryan Moore, who had a lot of eyes on him, and he was able to take a lot of that hype. As you say, suffering the loss, though, recently, has that maybe slowed his momentum? And with Mark already having that one win over him, could it potentially just be a bit too much mentally? I mean, we'll find out.
No rematches are ever the same, right, Kieran?
Not at all. And I think, again, there's so many factors you got to look at here. So it's all about what Gary's chose to take from his last fight. And now fighting in front of his home crowd, unless it startles him, I'm sure that he's going to take them right corrections and take him to the ring tonight.
Okay, we have 3 prelims coming up for you before the main card. The main card will be exclusively on Leapfrog Fight TV, so if you're watching on talkSPORT, stay here, watch the prelims, enjoy yourselves, but the next 3 fights are going to be fantastic, so get over to Leapfrog Fight TV afterwards. For now, enjoy. We'll speak to you during the fight and we'll be commentating too, so yeah, what's to come is going to be special here in Cardiff. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our prelims now start live from the Vale Arena in Cardiff, streamed live and exclusively on talkSPORT, MMA YouTube, and Leapfrog Fight TV. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please welcome first into the arena to the yellow corner, Caine Bouname. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, now welcome into the arena to the red corner, Chris Thomas.
I ain't many got a belt like me. I'm the last of my kind. On the back road, baby, I know how to survive. Being out with the young guns blazing, so you better not try. You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind. Carry some shit, can't cross state lines. Dugging cops in the dirt hills, baby. We ain't paying no fines. If you coming to the sticks, still maybe bring 4-wheel drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening, a Pro-Am contest served at super middleweight to be fought over 5 2-minute rounds. So introducing to you first, fighting out of the yellow corner, representing First Legion. Please make some noise for Caine Bouname. His opponent tonight, standing across the ring, is fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, representing Celtic Pride Martial Arts. Please make some noise for Chris the Nightmare Thomas.
To my left, we got Bobby Casey, and then to my further left, we have Joel Lee. How are we doing, lads?
Buzzing to be here. This is one of the most exciting nights of Leapfrog so far. We're 8 fight nights in, and we have an incredible main event. But these prelims here, I'm just buzzing for 50-50s all round and some great fights to be seen.
So here we have the boys blessing the ring ahead of their fight scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Pro-Am division. So we've got Caine Bouname fighting out of First Legions, and we have Chris Thomas fighting out of Celtic Pride. So we have basically Morocco versus Wales here tonight, lads. Now, two very, very proud fighting nations. Two lads looking solid and strong ahead of the fight.
Yeah, Chris Thomas has got a nice spinning back elbows. He walks forward. You don't want to be kicked by that man. He's an aggressive fighter. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Moroccan can deal with that, obviously, on away territory as well, which is always something of interest. See how he deals with that. It's going to be a good fight, but I'd imagine it's going to be Chris pushing the pace early on.
Well, in the corner of Caine, we have former UK number 1, Charlie O'Neill. Oh, weep! Oh!
Straight off the bat!
Massive 2 left kicks from the southpaw stance of Caine.
Let's go, Kane!
Oh, wait.
No love lost
3
here.
unanswered kicks from Chris Thomas.
Nice uppercut there. Some of those shots did get through there.
Kane has just come out of the gates at 100%.
Tell you what, he's got some strong out legs on him. But can he keep this pace? If he doesn't knock out Chris, can he keep this pace going for 5 rounds?
And one thing with Chris's style is Chris is a kill or be killed fighter, so he's happy to get into these exchanges if it means he can try and throw some of these big shots back.
Look at the reddening on the shoulder of Chris Thomas already.
A lot of damage showing early in the fight, and again we see that kick go up high.
Yeah, full throttle behind these.
Caine has blessed the ring, and he's blessed his right delt. Whoa. So now we're starting to see Caine go on the back foot.
Corkscrew uppercut there.
Let's go, Kane!
So it looks like Chris taking his time. Not going to blow his load out too much.
Very measured start so far from Chris. He's not really exerted himself. He's not thrown anything particularly big just yet. Feels like he's maybe just buying his time, going to try and let Caine wear himself out a bit, but Caine showing no signs of doing that just yet.
Well, as we usually see it with Thai boxing fights, the first couple of rounds are usually just measuring, having a feel, seeing what the crack is with them, and then going from round 3 onwards is when they usually start picking up the score and start picking up the pace. But as we've seen there, Caine Bouname started slowing down quite a bit after that first minute, so it'd be interesting to see how he comes out now in the second round. Will he be as explosive, and will Chris start going on the more aggressive side himself?
Yeah, it's interesting. As you say, it is all about figuring out your opponent in the early rounds, but at the same time, a fighter's going to be in there wanting to win as well. They count just as much as the 5th round, but you do have to figure them out. So I agree with you, it's interesting how this works, but it has been a slower opening round. I'm looking forward to seeing them pick up the pace in the further 4. Is that what you expected, Kieran, coming out of the gates? No holds barred?
I expected a lot of Moroccan power. I see it coming out. All Moroccan fighters come with this fire. And excuse the pun, with the lovely fires we have coming out in the walkout. And there we go again. He's starting off with another big left kick from the southpaw stance. Chris going into orthodox now. He's kind of a drifter from his stances.
Yeah, it's tricky to manage that style of the Moroccan. He's engaging in the clinch here.
So as you can see with the clinch here with Caine, he gets in there, he's holding the lock, but it doesn't look like he has much knowledge to advance. He's squeezing and he's tensing Like, them shoulders would be bursting if he kept trying to squeeze more and more, do you know? So I think Caine is wanting to keep this fight at a punching and kick base.
Good shots to the body there as well.
I mean, he is clearly very comfortable at this range. I mean, he is looking just a step ahead of Chris at the minute. Chris not really able to start mounting an offense.
Yeah, he's taking control.
Oh, big body shot. I think that's hurt, Chris.
Up against the ropes is not where you want to be.
Clinch, being separated.
He seems calm and composed, Chris. He's going to have to figure something out pretty quickly.
He doesn't have a lot of time to really fight on the back foot, but there we go. Signs of life from Chris.
I don't know what's happened to Kane's right or his left kick. That left kick was working lovely, slapping off the arms. Chris is struggling to block that. So Chris would want to think about his actions coming out of round 2 if he does make it out.
Yeah, I think Chris is trying to engage in the clinch as well, but even in that, Kane's getting the better, finding the shots, finding knees to the body too.
Chris complaining to the referee about something there. I'm not quite sure what it was.
I think Caine tried to tickle him. Joking.
Adding fuel to the fire there.
Bigger body shot. He looks like he's working his way down and up well from the outside.
Still seems as if Chris Thomas a little bit confused as to how he can find his best ability in this fight.
So a bit more action from Chris in that round. More getting into a good position and trying to control the arms in the clinch. However, that right side of his body, you know, it's reddening up nicely. If Caine is just to stay doing that, keep kicking his way towards the final bell, he could do his arm with the kicks like that.
Yeah, if Chris finds what his purpose is in this fight, a real solid game plan. He looks a bit confused at the moment. And he may already need to win the final 3 rounds, so a little bit worrying. But if he finds his fit in the first sort of minute of this next round, then there's still a way back for him.
He's just got a problem where Caine just has no reason to respect what's coming back his way, because so far Chris hasn't really thrown anything to get Caine's attention. So as far as Caine's concerned, he can just stay in the pocket, trading these shots and just landing these nasty shots to the body, which are clearly having an effect because that guard has come down from Chris and those elbows are tucked in.
Chris needs to come with some long knees. I mean, Caine is doing the same thing over and over. Left hand to the face, left hand to the body. Watch, you're going to left kick now strong in a second. I hope he does anyway, because I just said it. But he was doing the same thing at the start of each round. You know, there we go, see? It's very predictable what he's showing at the minute.
Nice one to the body there as well. Chris needs to attack, and he needs to do that now.
He starts throwing them elbows. I mean, Caine's liking to lean in with the body shot. He should throw a little up elbow.
He has got nice elbows, Chris, too.
Well renowned for them, but he needs to let them go.
Nice right hand.
There we go. See, even that, the push kick flip from the back leg, that'll just catch the abdomen of Caine.
Yeah, his movement and footwork, Caine.
Starts gassing it out a little bit. Oh, them kicks are landing lovely by Caine.
Same stuff every time.
Keeping it ultra simple. There we go, a punch to the body. And there we go, a big right kick back from Chris in response.
You say Chris Taylor's starting to open up a little bit more now, but he's got a lot to do. Chris Thomas even has got a lot to do to get back into this fight because, I mean, on damage alone, he is far, far behind.
Well, Caine coming as a stronger opposition. He's a bit thicker. He has more power in the shots. He needs to start getting that gas tank down because Caine's not busting out to try and do what he's doing. It's in and out, simple, move around. In and out, simple, move around. See, look, there we go.
Beautiful work.
And so they're talking to each other in the corner. Loads of smiles.
That's a high kick Chris Thomas has been waiting for. He needs to kick on if he's going to win this fight now.
Right, there's no good shaking your head and not throw much in return. You have to start throwing something back. This is round 3. We're starting to go up now in these rounds. Money rounds are round the corner in Muay Thai. When it comes to round 4 and 5, you can't be shaking your head and smiling.
Yeah, you can notice a slight height difference. If he can use that, Chris Thomas, to his advantage, keeping that range, then maybe he can find some better work in the 4th and 5th. That was his best round so far. I'm still not sure who won that one. Maybe
I would say
Chris,
Kane on terms of the aggression and output, in the sense the landing of the shots. For Chris now, we can see Kane doesn't like it that much when you start marching forward at him. He doesn't like the pressure. Because Chris has got the slight height advantage, he should just walk forward. Walk, knee, elbow, kick. Walk, knee, elbow, kick. And just do the same thing, like what Kane is doing to him on the front foot, keeping him against the ropes.
Yeah, exactly that. And if you can use the height as well, there's a way back, but he's going to have to look for something that's going to win the fight. I don't think if it goes to decision now, he could be in it. That 3rd round was a close one, so you never know.
He would have to do something special in rounds 4 and rounds 5 to make it a close decision, because at the minute he is behind, and Kane showing no signs of slowing down.
Now, he surprised me, to be honest. I thought he'd be a one-hit wonder for round 1, but he's been turning up each round and keeping the pace going. See that lovely jab. Flick that jab out into his face and then work something back.
But he's not really looking that tired. He's not breathing particularly heavy. The mouth is still closed most of the time.
That left kick is so strong. That Moroccan star is whacking off the Welsh right arm. See that? There we go. Popping them knees in. He's got the long legs. There we go again. Nice. There we go. The elbows are now coming out to play.
And knee up to the back as well. Great scoring.
So see there, he had his leg behind his leg. If he had just shifted his weight and turned him, he would have had Kane on the canvas, resulting in a big, sweet score.
Yeah, this is better here.
Big left kick again.
He needs to put some dominance on the fight and on these rounds. He can't be scraping by like he has done in the fight so far. He needs to put some stamps on these rounds, because
100%.
He's not coming back if not.
See that left kick is just landing all day long. Chris needs to do something about it. Catch it, block it. There we go. On the button.
Chris definitely coming alive a bit more in this, trying to implement his own game plan rather than just trying to counter.
There we go.
Lovely
there
elbow.
We go. Clinch it to the elbows.
And you said early in the fight from round 1 that Kane's clinch work didn't really look that advanced. So this really should have been what Chris is doing earlier in the fight.
And we also have a cut over the right eye of Kane. Chris should be targeting that now with that jab. He should be popping that jab into that right eye.
Lovely body kick just a moment ago from Kane. He tries that again and fails.
And that is a really nice cut on the eye.
So that was a better round now from Chris, coming back into it. A lot of scoring in there as well. And he showed a lot of control, getting him against the ropes, clinching him up. And obviously then that big elbow coming there to the end of that round, you know.
I said it was all to play for in a sense at the end of the 3rd round, because it was a closer round and he's had a better round there, Chris. But as I was mentioning, you need to be putting more of a stamp on what you're doing in order to win the judges over, because the first 2, well, definitely the second, was way more dominant. So if this next one goes to Chris, the judges, in my opinion, are still going to pick Kane because of how close the 3rd one was and how much better he was in the 2nd. I think he needs to do a little bit more here, Chris. But he's not completely out of the fight, I don't think.
No, I think the reality is Chris needs to hurt him. He needs to really hurt him in this round. He needs to focus on that cut, pop the jab, try and land another elbow on that, and just try and just build up as much damage as he can in these last couple of minutes.
It's good. This is what we want to see, a close fight. It could go any way.
He needs to bring out that full Muay cow. Muay cow meaning forward fight. He needs to just come forward, knee him. But he's still on the back foot, taking them left kicks.
I've got to say, Chris is going to be feeling that left kick for the next month.
But this is what we need to see. Sharp shots.
Lovely kick and scoring there, moving off from Kane.
For the first time in the fight, though, we're seeing Chris being the one coming forward, but he's got to do something with it.
See there, on that back foot, he needs to throw something.
Yeah, and he's going to get caught with another body kick if he doesn't watch out. Another one there, as we see.
Unanswered, there's nothing coming back.
And where he's throwing
again. Now punches to the body as well, just to add into the mix.
Where he's throwing that left kick, because he's from an open stance now, it's just got so much power behind it, and you can see the amount of damage that it's borderline drawing blood on the delt of Chris.
And there's some big blood spots. But he needs to stay at them. Just keep throwing that left kick, as you're saying. Just keep tossing it in. There we go, just like that. Caine, in my opinion, has walked away so far with this fight, but Chris had moments where he could have taken this fight for himself. All he had to do is just apply a little bit more pressure, because Caine has the strength coming forward, but he has the movement going backwards. I just don't think he would have had the strongest defense against Chris, being of how much power he was unleashing with his hands and his legs. It's like the Street Fighter bar. When you output all that power, it takes time for it to rebuild back up. That's when Caine's moving back. Now when he moves back, that's it rebuilding. That's when Chris needs to put it on him. These low kicks aren't going to do any effect for him.
Yeah, it's the same stuff. Body kicks, aggression, being the front-footed fighter, and that's what's won Caine the fight.
But Caine done a tremendous job. He scored well on the outside. He used his power really well, and he nullified Chris's work to want to put that on him. So I think it was a great match fight. At the same time, they both came and they never backed down off each shot. But it would have been good to see Chris try and put that length in with the knees a bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both warriors stood here in the ring.
Fight goes to the judges.
After 5 rounds of action, going to the judges' scorecards with unanimous decision. Here we go. In the yellow corner, Caine Bogue.
I think that was a fair decision. Chris Thomas not doing quite enough in the closing embers of that fight, but a lot to learn and a lot to be happy about for both men tonight. First of 3 fights coming your way here on talkSPORT MMA. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hey. Oh, fuck. What's this?
When the dark room, we fight, make up for our love. I've been thinking about you, about us. And we're moving slow, our hearts beat so far. I've been dreaming about you, about us.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our action continues. Streamed live and exclusively on talkSPORT, MMA, YouTube, and Leapfrog Fight TV. So please now welcome into the arena, to the yellow corner, Josh Embradura.
Can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, now welcome into the arena to the red corner, Zak Njie. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening, a pro-am contest before the 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. So introducing to you first, fighting out of the yellow corner, tonight representing KGB, please make some noise for Josh Embradura. His opponent tonight standing across the ring and fighting out of the red corner. Tonight representing Welsh Gladiators. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Zak Njie.
Here we go. Another 5 2-minute rounds under the Pro-Am rules. How are we feeling about this one now, Bobby?
It's a tough one. I don't know too much about Jack, but I was speaking to Tyler Hogan recently, who's got a very close friend who actually roomed with Jack out in Thailand and says that he is partial to a clinch, so expect to see that. But Josh Embradura is the WMO Welsh National Champion, so a tough opponent for Jack tonight.
Well, we have the ref signaling the infamous Thai music. The boys are now going to bless the ring.
Jack has got an incredible amount of support in the crowd. I don't have to tell you because you can probably hear it.
So you are joining us live on talkSPORT and Leapfrog Fight TV. This is our second fight on the main card. So now, as you can see here, we have the lads jumping down doing the Wai Kuru. Now, the Wai Kuru is a Thai ceremony for paying respects to the teachers and the elders of the sport. Also, this can be used a lot in Thai culture for gambling. So often or not, spectators, gamblers will see which fighter does the best Y crew and will often get an indication on who is going to perform better. Oftentimes as well, the Y crew is used as the fighter's last warm-up and stretch before they go down for 5 rounds of pure ooey goodness. So we've seen Joshua do a little bit of a dance there, not too long, but they can often go on for a minute or a couple of minutes.
I mean, famously, Brandon Chillen has got one hell of a Y crew that goes on for a good while, but it is entertaining every step of the way.
And
great start to the fight.
Here we are, so straight away Jack getting into that clinch. He's the taller, longer. I don't know what happened there. Okay, well, the ref decided to break that clinch up for his own reasons. However, we are seeing Jack coming forward. You can see he's stalking with that teep. Stalking with it. He's going to get that lock around the neck and pierce them. There we go again, see, there. He's waiting for it.
And here we go, seeing that clinch work that we were promised.
So Joshua not showing much active work to get out of it. But I say that and he sweeps Jack onto the canvas.
He must have heard you.
I think he was. Coming with big hands and big low kicks, I think the game plan is to try and chop the legs down for Joshua.
He's mixing them up. He's throwing the rips to the body in there as well to try, almost able to turn that, to try and mask those leg kicks that Embradura is throwing. Really nice shots to the body.
Go to his Instagram, that's all he does. He just trains knees clinch, knees in the clinch, knees in the clinch. And I'm sure we'll see this throughout the fight tonight.
So look at that, digging the forehead into the neck of Joshua. It's one of the most uncomfortable positions to be put in the clinch. Shout out to Mike Clark, Mr. Mean, who is main eventing LFN Bedford. He loves to do that to me on Wednesday sparring.
I think you can see at times here, Jack
just
has a tendency to drop his hands. I think he knows what kind of fighter he's up against, but you'll see from time to time he will drop his hand just as he's about to try and land a kick or something like that. But he's got to make sure his hands are up now, because if he doesn't, it will be capitalised on by his opponent.
I mean, Josh has been in there with some really experienced guys. I mean, he fought Tyler Hogan's last ever Pro-Am bout was against Josh Embradura. That was back in 2023.
I tell you what, Jack Bogue's support here is electric. All I can hear is them shouting for Jack Bogue, and it's phenomenal when you have the support like that for a fighter. It's beautiful to see it.
Bogue's army on fire tonight.
So I wonder what Joshua is going to do differently here. I mean, at the minute he's just throwing hands and low kicks, but every time Jack gets him into the clinch, he is driving that head in, and Joshua is, yeah, he can sweep him, but he's not breaking any arm position, and the sweeps at the end of the day are not going to rack you up loads of points.
And if anyone can hear the song in the background, it's catching fire here at the Vale Arena with the Bogue army. Into the second round we go.
Doubling up like the Hitman Harrison with them low kicks.
And it's interesting to see Josh with such a leg kick heavy start. When he fought Tyler, it's leg kicks that Tyler got the fight done with. He managed to TKO Josh, but looks like he's learned from that and he's firing back. But some beautiful knees to the body, though.
Down goes the ref in the meantime.
Look at that position, though. Look, there we go. Just as I say that, you see the arm position that Jack was having on him. He was defending the arms, trying to swim through.
Yeah, he's a master in the clinch, this man.
For people at home, when you're watching the clinch fight, and what you're looking for is control and dominant positions. Sometimes you can get a bit lost on how to score it. But see, like there, that's a strong position. The longer Jack can hold that and score knees, the better.
Yeah, he knows all about that. This is where he's home. He's so comfortable in this position.
And if you're Josh, if you're in this position, what is it you need to be doing to get back into that? Because he's really not able to get out of this position. We see straight away then Jack goes back to it.
So he needs to get his palm of his glove and rub it into the face of Jack. Try and get that head pressure off him. And also one of them, see that was a sweep attempt. but Joshua ended up on his back. So now he's starting to only work sweeps only, so he's starting to lose ideas on how to get out of this strong position.
And I think Jack's sensing that this is probably his best path to victory, because he is not giving Josh any room to work his game.
He's the epitome of a clinch fighter and doing that well. He knows exactly how to work the hands, as Kieran was saying, and he could be here all night long.
100%, and he's not having to do any extra work. The minute Joshua starts to show a threat, you turn.
Oh, lovely elbow over the top, though, from Josh.
Oh, big sweep to finish.
As long as Jack doesn't become too predictable in this clinch, he can stay there. But as we saw at the end of that round there, he needs to make sure that he's not becoming too obvious with what he's going to do. Because obvious work is dangerous work in the fight game.
So now, traditionally, everyone at home, we've said it there the previous two fights, round 3, 4 and 5 are usually the rounds where it starts to get real, where they start to put more on the pedal. But now, it'd be interesting to see how Joshua comes out, because Jack is already on a roll now at the clinch. So it's a matter of who's going to take this round. I think whoever comes out the strongest in this round is the one that's going to take the fight.
I mean, for Josh, he just needs to try and stay out of that clinch, but that was a beautiful low kick to take Jack off his feet there.
He goes off at teep.
Smiles as he gets tripped there.
Lovely.
Right back at you.
I don't know, the lads must have brought their ice skates today, because that ring looks slippy. Jump knee attempt failed, but knee in the clinch. Oh, and again, just what he needs to do in that clinch, he needs to stand, square his base off and bend the legs more. But the problem is Jack is that little bit much taller, that when Jack stands up, he's on his tiptoes, so he loses that. Great turn from Joshua.
I honestly can't recall a fan base that has been as loud as Jack Bogue's.
I can hear them over you.
There's a nice uppercut there.
Again, back into that strong forehead, driving into the neck. Look at them knees, Pearson. Over the block as well.
That was beautiful.
You see Joshua trying to block them knees, and Jack is coming over, driving the knee and over the block.
He's got such long legs as well. He's able, and Josh did try and block that. He just didn't have a chance.
Joshua needs to get more work on that leg. To start kicking the legs a little bit. There we go. Like, drive the kicks into the legs.
That's better work from Josh there. Was able to turn the clinch and land a nice knee, but now it's more of the same from Jack Bogue.
Learning how to counter that clinch is Josh's path to victory, because he can't stop it, but if he can work some form of damage whilst in there, then he can find success. End of the third round.
Wow, and as we go on to round 4, Jack's support is more electric than a power station. We're about to see a big round 4 now, potentially from Jack Bogue. Tremendous clinch display in controlling a position.
And at some point, these knees to the body that Josh is absorbing are really going to start having an impact on both just his body in general, but also his cardio, especially as we get into the late rounds.
For me personally, I just feel like he has to go for broke now and try and hurt Jack, because the kicking, the mid kicking he's throwing, Jack is just walking through it, and he's using his teeps really well, being the longer opponent. I think Joshua just go for broke and try and smash through the legs and see how much damage he can cause.
Well, he was having a lot of success in round 1 with those leg kicks, and obviously the clinch work of Jack Bogue is making that very difficult for him. That was a nice check.
Bang, there we go, strong position. Knee up the middle again, out around the side, bang. So in Thailand, traditionally the clinch does go on for much longer. Big spinning back kick, but Jack just smiling.
I think he felt that one to the body.
Oh, mouth guard's out.
Ah, legend. He kicked it away and just said he'd keep going. But Jack, your dentist bill would be a bit much.
Fighter spirit there on show.
Oh, big sweep from Joshua.
He's had a lot of success for that. Like when he's able to time that right, he's able to get Jack off balance, but it's when Jack's able to actually hook up that clinch, there's just not many answers that Josh has got for it.
So now we're starting to see the footwork.
Oh!
Now we're starting to see the footwork of Joshua come out to play.
Josh really feeling himself in there. Nice to see some more of that work to the body. And
there we go. He's coming out. He's putting on more shots. That's what he should have been doing.
And look, you can see there the guard of Jack has come right down.
It's nice boxing. Nice left hook there.
It almost feels
right
like
down the middle as well. And it's a knockout. Surely. It doesn't look like Jack is going to get up from that. It does not look like he's going to get up from that. He's going to try. His stomach.
Wow!
Wow!
Backflip from Josh Embradura. Unbelievable.
That is what we were talking about. Joshua had to come out all guns blazing, and he did.
Stomach completely.
He done exactly what he had to do.
And we'd said that Jack's arms, Jack's elbows were tucked, and he was starting to bring them down. And obviously Josh saw that and immediately attacked the body.
He couldn't even stand up straight. The second he got flatline there, I knew it was over. Harsh, effective strikes.
Absolutely beautiful kick right across the midsection.
Bobby, I don't think we've seen a knockout like that on Leapfrog TV for a long, long time.
No, that looked extremely painful. You knew it as soon as Jack hit the canvas that he probably wasn't going to get up from that one.
Well, that was a massive kick to the liver. I can feel that from here.
It looked like he was doing crunchies. He just couldn't stand straight back up again.
But Joy did. He started feeling himself his footwork. I think that the previous rounds, he was like, right, I can't carry on like this. And he had to let it all go. Perfect timing. Straight to the MC for the final decision.
Yeah, a knockout for the history.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both fighters stood in the ring. The referee stops the bout in the fourth round. Your winner of the bout by TKO in the yellow corner, Josh Embradura.
And for Jack's fans to still be chanting him on like that, even after a defeat, is going to make it a lot easier for Jack now. And it's still good to hear, but what a win from Josh Embradura. You could just see he was really feeling himself in that fourth round. Just went into like almost a flow state and eventually just drove his shin all the way through the midsection of Jack Bogue.
So that's our second fight here on the prelims for talkSPORT. We are going to be coming on to our last fight. That'll be live on talkSPORT. And that is Will Dixon versus...
Until the end of the next fight, and when we will draw our charity raffle this evening. And sat here at ringside is Alex Keaton. Alex Keaton will main event our next show, the WFN9, in the Bolton Football Stadium in 2 weeks' time on September 6th against Alfie Baker. Tickets available from the fighters. Don't forget to download the app Leapfrog Fight TV and watch all of the information, all of the fights. Find out more by following them on the social media. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the action continues here in Cardiff with our next bout in the cruiserweight division. So please welcome first into the arena to the yellow corner. Make some noise for Will Dixon.
Everything that I want to stood up and went got it. Don't think I'm the hottest shit. Watch out, fly. Wasn't good with the green. I could watch them in private. Saw it when they out and took out like a ride. Niggas be with steady watching my pockets. They big and they solid. No need for no wallet. 6 pockets full, my whole hood. They behind it. No deal. I'm declining. Don't think I'm a sign.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Now welcome into the arena to the red corner, Zak Njie.
Yo, so we gotta get this loot up. What was going, thing?
Yeah, to all the killers and the $100 billers. For real, niggas who ain't got no feelings. Check it out now. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. Tomorrow comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who want to profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in this land we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening. A Pro-Am contest to be fought in 5 2-minute rounds in the light cruiserweight division. So introducing to you first, fighting out of the yellow corner, tonight representing the 1st Legion from Leicester, presenting Will Dixon. His opponent tonight standing across the ring and fighting out of the red corner. Tonight representing the Bloodline Gym from London, presenting Zak Njie.
And collected. Zak Njie looking absolutely like butter wouldn't melt.
Well, I
Do you know
mean,
what I mean?
anyone that knows what Zak has been through knows that getting into a ring is absolutely nothing to faze this man. For people that don't know his story, when he was 18, he was stabbed, died twice, and was left in a coma for over a week. It took him a year just to be able to do anything physical, and that's when he took up Muay Thai. And he took to it like a duck to water.
So now seeing him moving on the outside, I've actually held pads for Zak on one of the previous media days for Leap.
Zak, as of yet, undefeated, so Will looking to do something that no one's been able to do just yet.
He's going to be looking to stop Will Dixon tonight as well, and as you mentioned there, Bobby, it was almost 5 years ago to the day that he went through that horrific incident, and he's transformed his life through Bloodline Gym, and again tonight, this is the biggest fight of his career. He looks for another stoppage.
Well, Will Dixon, no stranger to the sport. I've seen him fight in a few big shows recently as well, MTGP and Hitman. He's fighting out of 1st Legion Gym, which homes Charlie O'Neill, UK #1. So, I mean, he is coming with every two.
Not what you want to see. Sign of respect, but that is definitely a low blow.
That was a kangaroo push kick and a half. to the choppers. Let's see if Zak can shake this off. I think he's all right. They're not dislocated anyway, so that's good.
Straight back to it. That's what you want to see. Good distance management by Will Dixon.
Nice balance shown there by Zak as well.
Yeah, you can see the level of skill is improving as we head on into the main card shortly.
Zak has got such speed behind him. See him throw that jab there, you don't even see, there's no tell, it just pops up immediately.
Yeah, he's in and out of the pocket so quickly as well.
He's good at that distance management with the jab and his footwork. It'd be nice to see him a little bit more active in the clinch. Oh, way. Guard tight from Mr. Dixon. He knows that he has got a weapon in front of him trying to take his chin off.
Saw Zak try and disguise that head kick, almost like an old TJ Dillashaw sort of like duck under and then just comes flying up with that head kick, but Will Dixon wise to it.
Be interesting to see now what Will does coming back, because that was a strong start from Zak on that first round. A lovely few strong body kicks. And then after that, that low blow kind of slowed Zak down a little bit. So it'd be interesting. I'm seeing Will is having a little bit more success in terms of clinch position towards the end of that round. So I'd love to know what the corner of First Legion, Mr. Charlie O'Neill, is saying to him now. Again, this is 5 2-minute rounds under Pro-Am rules. Pro-Am meaning elbow pads, but basically we're just touching A-class. Differences is you have the elbow pads on, and it's 1 minute less than an A-class fight. So this is 2 minutes with a 1 minute break. Popping the jab, using that
Good
range.
pressure to start the round from Zak Njie.
As you say, you see more of that distance management that you were talking about, like very small movements just to stay out of the way of the shots.
Yeah, it's all in the footwork as well, that.
So as you see here, you see the hand positioning. You see Will fighting a bit more to get the control. As I say that, Zak does sweep him lovely. But you see the battle that's commencing in that clinch. Zak gets the position, but Will is very good at trying to break it and get his own back.
Definitely.
Oh,
it's so
big
important
calf
to
kick.
keep the balance in those clinches as well.
Them calf kicks are getting very popular recently. Good turn. Good
It's so important to have a good base in the clinch.
Has he got another shake now? Yeah. He looks all right this time. Oh! Dirty calf kick.
Brutal.
Oh, he's got drop foot. He's hit the perennial nerve.
No, that may... Oh, wow.
Oh,
that is an alpha male in that ring right there.
And the calf kicks are so risky in Muay Thai.
Yeah, he's going to target that for the rest of the fight.
Yep,
Zak is in big trouble.
Oh,
there is a bullseye in the shape of his chin, and he is struggling right now. And it's like you were saying, these are becoming even more popular because as soon as they start swelling, there's nowhere for the muscle to go. It's immediately unbearable, and you can see the welt already.
It's going to be body head.
He needs to go kick to the head now.
Leg kick. It's going to become predictable. He's going to pretend to mix it up, but set up that leg kick for the rest of the fight.
He needs to taunt him with it.
Kieran, how can Will Dixon avoid just being kicked to the leg constantly for the
Walk him
remainder?
down and do not let him kick you. It's one of them. He's going to struggle to block. He can't even block kicks now. So the best thing for him to do is try and make this a dirty elbow war and go forward.
Staying inside of the...
Yeah, because otherwise Zak is just going to, as he's doing, in and out, popping the jab. Yeah. He'll go, as you said, low then high. And he's at the end of that round, he started targeting the other leg.
Yeah.
So Will just needs to go forward and make it a dirty fight.
Yeah, if you're inside the pocket, you're not as open to that leg kick, but I think either way, that's all Zach's going to be looking to do, so it's going to be difficult for Will here on out.
As soon as his corner got in, they immediately got the ice on that leg.
I think they need a little bit more than ice for that leg. That's
I think you need a witch doctor to bring that leg back right now.
Yeah, you need about 2 months recovery too.
I mean, look, you can already see it's much bigger. His left calf is almost twice the size of his right one.
I wish my calves looked like that.
And no, you don't. You need the fat boy genetics like me. That's how you get the big ones.
I just need to do some calf raises, I think, and climb a few more stairs, but we'll see. We'll see how many pints I have later.
You say that with the Haribo in hand.
Let's see how long this leg can last. Body head, and he will soon be kicking that.
Oh, wait. But see now with Zach, he's being the aggressor. You know, I would just sit back. I'd sit back and let Will come forward.
With Zach coming forward like this, he's going to end up in the clinch like that. And as you said, if he just stays on the outside and
I feel like he's going to blow himself out by trying to knock him out with the hand. Just keep kicking. Look, there we go. Wow, the bruising on that calf looks insane.
I'm telling you now, win or lose or draw, he is going to be limping for the next couple of weeks.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. Will Dixon is an animal. He just had his calf taken off him, and he's still standing his ground.
I think what Zak Njie has done, which is really good and professional and actually mature of him, is not to just go leg kick after that damage done earlier on in the fight, because and there you go. What his tactic was since the leg kick, he basically stopped doing it and piled the pressure on the head and the body too, so he almost forgets about the leg, and then when he least expects it again, it's once again, as we've seen, open for the kill. I think it was clever to put the pressure on the head and body when he did. As you can see now, he's overwhelmed by the leg and how badly that's going to hurt him, so he goes to the head now. It's a complete demoralising feeling for Will Dixon.
One more clean shot and you have to imagine the end is nigh.
Good turn. Zach blocking across the hips to stop Will from using his knees.
Yeah, the uppercut we saw a moment ago, Joshua Klitschko-esque, just pinging his head right back.
Oh! Right hand on the return from Will Dixon. Zach then coming back with his own 1-2. Low kick again. Low kick.
Oh my God!
It has to be over. It has to be over.
It is. The refs waved it off.
Yeah, he knows it's done now.
Three kick combination, Liam Harrison.
What did the gum shield do? Look, I get the frustration from Mr. Will Dixon, but this is the game. You know, I mean, this is why in Thai boxing, you see calf kicks, there's such a risk, because to throw a calf kick, you have to flick the shin. To block a low kick, you have to block with intent with a strong shin. The risk of Zach breaking his leg with them kicks are just as real as Will getting stopped with these. So on both behalves, Zach is courageous to throw these calf kicks. They're a lot from MMA and they're coming over. However, this is going to be a turn for Mr. Will Dixon to start improving on that blocking. Don't let these kicks go on the slide, because look, you just seen there, one kick and it blew him out.
It was so experienced from Zach, and I'm so impressed to see that he didn't just go all out after the first knockdown, because it could have. But when Will was most expecting it, would have been when he would have been trying to engage and find the clinch.
Distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both fighters stood in the ring.
Well-deserved round of applause here.
But at a time of 1 minute 59 seconds of the third round, our referee stops the contest. Your winner of the bout by TKO in the red corner, Zak Njie!
Check it out now. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped with warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who want to profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in his land, we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face, you're in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man, and you
well, ice and a long recovery period is what you're going to need to get over that, boys. What a way to end our talkSPORT prelims. An entertaining 3 fights, but that ending there, the stoppage, everything about that fight was what we want to see here at Leapfrog.
Well, 2 massive stoppages to close off the talkSPORT card. I mean, we had that one there with the calf kicks, and then we had the liver shot from Josh Embradura, absolutely finishing off Jack Bogue. I mean, this is the brutality of Thai boxing. It can go from a clinch match, scoring match, to that one shot finishing it off. What was the highlight for you lads of them last 3 fights?
I mean, those leg kicks were absolutely disgusting. Like, as soon as he landed that first big one, and you could tell that the nerve went because he just couldn't put his toes down. They just kept buckling underneath him. But those were brutal. That was a fantastic performance. But that shot across the liver from Embradura was just something else. He turned into it, turned that hip over, and pushed his whole shin through Jack's body, and it was devastating. There was no coming back from that.
I think we had 3 of the most perfect fights to set us up for our full main card now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the shock in the second fight, we expected Jack to get the victory there, the surprise, and then the finish in the third fight. What an advert for Muay Thai. It's been a fantastic prelim card.
And not only that, if you think that was explosive, dominating, heartbreakingly sore, just wait till you see what we have lined up live on Leapfrog Fight TV. Our main card about to start in a matter of moments. Get your tea and biscuits ready, because it's about to go off. 3 titles, 3 banging commentators. Let's go.
Only thing I'll say to that is, instead of tea and biscuits, beer, because it's a bank holiday Sunday, so tune in and enjoy.
For all the sensible ones, get the tea and crumpets out.
Thank you.
Have a lovely bank holiday.